She was dating Bryce the entire time for the last 4 months, which I didn't even know about.
Bro, you are not giving her intimacy. She's getting what she wants. She's getting promotion of her OnlyFans. She's getting clout off it.
She's talking to Selena. She's like, oh my God, like, I wouldn't know which one to pick. Like, they're all so hot.
Take your hands off!
From a streamer's girlfriend faking her love just to boost her OnlyFans to another streamer's ex calling the cops and kicking him out of his own house.
As like my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out.
Here are the 6 most toxic streamer girlfriends ever. Starting off with Aaliyah Wasco, known affectionately by fans as Girl, started appearing beside iShowSpeed in April 2023. Their playful chemistry lit up streams, but on November 30th, 2023, everything unraveled. A viral TikTok clip showed her lounging in bed with another man, Randy, laughing and smiling. Non-sensual, yet intimate enough to spark concern.
Am I your type?
I'd do it.
Thank you.
Randy allegedly leaked multiple Discord pics and referred to her as using Speed for clout.
Let me see what I got. Like, come on, bro. Like in the club though, like I can't even chill with the guys. Oh shit. I can't even chill with the guys though. Like,
The relationship between Speed and Aaliyah had been a fan favorite for months. Viewers watched them play games together, share inside jokes, and develop what seemed like genuine affection.
You look good as you ever, like, I never seen you look this good. Like, you look good. You look
I look rough right now. Look at my hair. It's a mess.
No. You look beautiful. Like you look great.
Speed, known for his high-energy personality and sometimes chaotic streams, seemed to mellow when she was around. The chemistry was undeniable, and fans began shipping them hard, creating compilation videos of their cutest moments, and defending their relationship against critics who claimed it was fake for views. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. Sources close to the situation revealed that Aaliyah had been struggling with the pressure of being in the spotlight. The constant scrutiny from Speed's massive fan base was overwhelming, and she found herself questioning whether their relationship was real or just performance. Randy, who had been a friend from before her streaming days, represented a connection to her life before the cameras, before the pressure, before everything became content. That night, during a 2 a.m. stream, Speed confronted her live, screenshots in his hand. The moment was electric with tension.
Please listen to me for a second, because this is honestly not a joke anymore. This is literally
It's not a joke. It was never a joke. It was never a joke.
a joke, but this shouldn't even be a topic to be. This shouldn't even be drama. That's like you guys are willing.
It's not
and
drama.
talk.
It's this. He's
Speed's usually animated demeanor was replaced by something much more serious, more hurt. His voice cracked as he held up his phone, showing the evidence to both Aaliyah and his viewers. She claimed it was an old drunken moment, and Randy had stayed over because she was intoxicated. But the explanation felt hollow, especially when more details emerged about the timeline and the nature of their conversations.
That this dude is posting screenshots of me sitting on his lap, passed out, intoxicated in a fucking bar.
what?
There's so much more to the story that nobody wants to understand, and it's a joke to him. He wants to sit on here and make it seem like something it's not. No, I never flirted with him. We were never nothing, and he even posted screenshots clarifying that he never saw me as anything more than a friend, nor did I.
Speed, heartbroken, lashed out, stormed off, and yelled, "I've seen enough." The raw pain in his voice was unmistakable. This wasn't the performative anger he sometimes showed during gaming moments. This was real heartbreak being broadcast to hundreds of thousands of people.
All right. Well, I don't even I don't even know what you're honestly saying, but this is what I'm going to say. This guy, what he specifically said. Just say yes or no, and look, be honest, bro. Like, bro. Like,
This guy gains out in the first place and has a platform from harassing a girl.
Kai Cenat rushed in to provide emotional support as the audience watched in silence. The chat, usually filled with spam and emotes, went surprisingly quiet as viewers processed what they were witnessing.
Bro, she's saying that it's not true, and I don't know who the fuck. She's saying what all he said was not true.
His post-stream breakdown became viral, with clips spreading across every social media platform. The vulnerability he showed in that moment humanized him in a way that his usual content couldn't. Viewers saw past the streaming persona to the hurt young man underneath, and it resonated deeply. Aaliyah issued tearful apologies on TikTok, insisting she'd lost him and that her intentions weren't malicious. But the damage was done, and the court of public opinion had already rendered its verdict. The aftermath was brutal for both of them. Speed's content became noticeably different, more subdued, less trusting. Aaliyah faced a torrent of harassment from fans who felt she had betrayed not just Speed, but them as well. The line between public and private had been obliterated, and both of them struggled to rebuild their lives under the microscope of millions of eyes. This scandal is a textbook live-streamed breakup, but it also raises questions. Was it infidelity or just youthful mistake amplified under a public microscope? The answer might depend on who you ask, but the pain was undeniably real for everyone involved. Jack Doherty, a big name on Kick, publicly dated McKinley Richardson starting August 2023. She quickly became a social media star, but whispers of betrayal surfaced by June 2024. A TikTok titled "McKinley Richardson Caught Cheating on Jack Doherty Revealed" circulated around March 2024, showing a fleeting clip implying McKinley was kissing someone else, with text like, "McKinley, do you think I would cheat on you?"
What? Shut the
The relationship between Jack and McKinley had been a whirlwind from the start. Jack, known for his extravagant lifestyle and controversial content, had found in McKinley someone who could match his energy and complement his brand. She was beautiful, charismatic, and unafraid of the spotlight that came with dating a major streaming personality. Their joint content regularly pulled in massive numbers, and brand deals started flowing in as companies recognized the power of their combined influence. But the pressure of being a power couple in the streaming world is immense. Every public appearance is scrutinized, every social media post analyzed for hidden meanings. McKinley found herself constantly having to prove her authenticity, with critics claiming she was just using Jack for fame and money. The stress of maintaining a perfect public image while navigating a genuine relationship proved to be more challenging than either of them anticipated. Jack later responded directly in an online video, accusing a former associate, also named Matthew, of exposing McKinley with leaks, and defended himself by revealing details from that night: a club, alcohol, and uncomfortable proximity from another man by McKinley on the day she flew out.
I was in the second row with another girl. She was like on top of me, I was lying down, we were all drunk, and I had my arm up like that, and McKinley was holding my hand in the video of him kissing her. And you can see in the video, she's not even kissing him back, she's just there, very uncomfortable.
His response was passionate and detailed, painting a picture of a night that started innocently but spiraled into something that crossed boundaries. According to Jack's account, they had been at a high-end club in Miami, celebrating a successful brand partnership. McKinley had been drinking, and Jack noticed her getting increasingly close to a man he didn't recognize. He described how she appeared super uncomfortable yet remained close, sparking his suspicion. The body language, the lingering touches, the way she seemed to be enjoying the attention, it all added up to something that felt like betrayal, even if nothing explicitly physical happened. The leaked footage that later emerged seemed to corroborate Jack's concerns. Though the video was brief and somewhat ambiguous, it showed McKinley in what appeared to be an intimate moment with someone who definitely wasn't Jack. The timestamp on the video matched the night Jack described, and the setting appeared to be consistent with his account of events. McKinley hasn't publicly responded beyond minimal denials on TikTok, choosing instead to let her silence speak for itself. Her strategy seemed to be hoping the controversy would blow over, but in the streaming world, silence often gets interpreted as guilt. Her few responses were carefully worded non-denials that seemed to avoid directly addressing the specific allegations while maintaining her innocence. The result? Their public breakup in April 2025 hung on a knife edge of rumor and counter-rumor, with fans split between "it was innocent" and "trust broken." The breakup itself was messy and public, with both sides making subtle digs at each other through their content. Jack's streams became more bitter while McKinley's content took on a defiant tone that suggested she felt wronged by the entire situation. The scandal highlighted the impossible standards placed on streaming couples, where every interaction is potential evidence, and every moment of human weakness becomes public fodder. Sam Frank and Kick streamer N3on Ragnesh Mutama began dating mid-2023, raising eyebrows quickly. In January 2024, the Sports Rush reported leaked chats showing Sam went on a snowboarding trip with multiple men while N3on recovered from surgery.
No, I got Sam X Frank.
Come on.
Porn star, OnlyFans star. You're the boy.
I do OnlyFans. How'd you know?
How do you know? How do you know?
So you guys know.
Really?
Outside, so we're gonna eat.
N3on admitted later that he felt betrayed when she dismissed his feelings, saying in texts, It's sad you won't even call me. The relationship between Sam and N3On was complicated from the beginning. N3On, known for his sometimes erratic behavior and intense streaming style, had found in Sam someone who seemed to ground him. She was older, more experienced with social media, and appeared to have a calming influence on his chaotic energy. Their streams together were often sweet and domestic, showing a side of N3On that his solo content rarely revealed. But the dynamics were complex. Sam had her own career and social life outside of streaming, which sometimes conflicted with N3On's need for constant attention and validation. She maintained friendships with other content creators and influencers, many of whom were male, which made N3On increasingly uncomfortable as their relationship progressed. His possessiveness wasn't entirely unfounded. The streaming world is full of stories about relationships ending due to cheating scandals, and the paranoia becomes almost inevitable. The snowboarding trip became the catalyst for everything that followed. N3On was recovering from surgery, stuck at home and unable to participate in the activities he loved. Meanwhile, Sam was invited on a group trip to Colorado with several other influencers, including some men she had worked with before. The trip itself was innocent enough, a group of friends hitting the slopes and creating content, but the optics were terrible for an already insecure boyfriend. A crowd reaction TikTok claimed N3On caught Sam flirting with her manager in DMS. The leaked screenshots showed conversations that, while not explicitly romantic, had an undertone that suggested more than professional interest. Sam's manager had been complimenting her appearance, making jokes about her relationship, and generally crossing boundaries that made N3On uncomfortable. When N3On confronted Sam about the messages, she dismissed his concerns, which only made things worse. Auden Ross mentioned it in a live stream in late 2023, and an Auden video titled "Auden Explains How Sam Cheated on Neon" was tracked on YouTube. Aiden's involvement added another layer of complexity to the situation. As a friend to both Sam and N3On, he found himself in an awkward position of having insider knowledge about their relationship problems.
Bro, you are not giving her intimacy. She's getting what she wants. She's getting promotion of her OnlyFans. She's getting clout off it. Show what she has a genuine friendship with you. Right? Because she looks good on the internet doing that.
His decision to discuss it publicly was controversial, with some viewers praising him for being honest, and others criticizing him for airing his friend's dirty laundry. According to Auden's account, the situation was more nuanced than simple cheating. He described Sam as someone who was struggling with the pressure of being in a public relationship and making poor decisions as a result. The flirting, the trip, the dismissive attitude toward N3On's feelings, it all added up to a pattern of behavior that suggested she was checking out of the relationship emotionally.
But I guarantee, bro, there's gonna be a girl out there for you that wants nothing for that, nothing in this internet shit for you, and is gonna love you, bro. And I genuinely wish the best, and that's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Even if she wasn't physically cheating. Sam later posted a video saying her cheating wasn't what people think, blaming misunderstandings. Her response was lengthy and detailed, attempting to explain her side of the story. She insisted that the snowboarding trip was platonic, that the DMs with her manager were taken out of context, and that she had never been unfaithful to N3On. But her explanation seemed to miss the point that many viewers were making, that emotional infidelity and disrespect could be just as damaging as physical cheating. But N3On and viewers were unconvinced. The combination of leaked texts, Auden's stream, and on and off drama made this a most awkward couple scenario. Their subsequent streams together were tense and uncomfortable, with both of them clearly struggling to navigate their relationship under public scrutiny. N3On's insecurity became more pronounced, while Sam seemed increasingly frustrated with having to constantly prove her loyalty. Their status remains murky, though fans suspect the relationship ended not long after the snowboarding incident. The breakup, if it happened, was never officially announced, leaving viewers to speculate based on the absence of joint content and the subtle changes in their individual streaming personas. Auden Flight Shapiro, known as Flight Reacts, was dating Andrea Drea during early 2021. On a stream in mid-2021, Flight abruptly broke up live, stating she was doing other stuff off-stream, texted to fans on Reddit moments later. That triggered a wave of TikTok posts labeled Flight React Girlfriend Cheating Meme, implying public humiliation. Flight and Drea's relationship had been a roller coaster from the start. Flight, known for his passionate reactions to basketball games and his sometimes volatile personality, had found in Drea someone who seemed to understand his intensity. She was supportive of his streaming career, often appearing in his content and engaging with his fan base. Their relationship seemed genuine, with Flight often speaking about how much she meant to him and how she helped him stay grounded. But the streaming lifestyle put enormous strain on their relationship. Flight's career required him to be on constantly, performing for his audience and maintaining the high-energy persona that his fans expected. This left little time for genuine intimacy and connection with Drea. She began to feel like she was competing with his audience for his attention, and resentment started to build on both sides. The situation was complicated by the fact that Flight's content often involved reacting to attractive women in music videos and social media posts. While this was part of his brand and something his audience expected, it made Drea uncomfortable and insecure. She felt disrespected by having to watch her boyfriend publicly appreciate other women's bodies, and Flight felt trapped between his career demands and his relationship obligations. YouTube then featured a highlight titled, "Why Flight Reacts Broke Up with Drea," where fans noted his distraught tone.
I just felt like at this point in my career, I'm just being humble about shit, but you just gotta say certain things, man. Like,
the video showed Flight at his most vulnerable, explaining to his audience why he had to end things with Drea. His usual bravado was gone, replaced by genuine hurt and confusion. He spoke about feeling betrayed and disrespected, though he was careful not to go into too much detail about what exactly had happened. One Reddit commenter wrote, "Drea got mad because fans told her he was looking at ass on stream, so then Flight said, 'Fuck it, I'm done with you.' She was doing other shit off stream that made him leave her." This comment, while crude, captured the complex dynamics at play. Drea's frustration with Flight's on-stream behavior had led to arguments that spilled over into their private life. In response, she began seeking validation elsewhere, which ultimately led to the behaviors that Flight discovered. The other stuff that Flight alluded to included inappropriate text conversations with other men, meeting up with people she had connected with on social media, and generally disrespecting the boundaries of their relationship.
I was damn near being held hostage, pretty much. If you guys are paying attention to the stream, honestly, let's backtrack a little bit. This all started out and honestly started from me reacting to my homeboy.
While it's unclear if anything physical happened, the emotional betrayal was clear enough to Flight that he felt he had no choice but to end things publicly. There's no direct video of the cheating moment, just Flight's emotional meltdown and rage-fueled meme culture. The breakup became a meme partly because of Flight's dramatic delivery, but also because it represented something that many viewers could relate to: the pain of being betrayed by someone you trusted. The memes ranged from sympathetic to mocking, but they all served to amplify the drama and make it a defining moment in Flight's streaming career. Still, the public breakup moment hit millions and became one of the internet's loudest relationship scandals in gaming. The incident demonstrated how quickly private pain could become public entertainment, and how the streaming world's appetite for drama could turn personal tragedy into viral content. Darla Clare was with streamer FaZe Lacey, Lucy himself, when they announced a pregnancy in June 2024.
It's genuinely been a really rough past couple days because of this news that I got, but I think it's time that I just come out and tell you guys straight up. Darla is pregnant, and I'm the dad.
But just weeks later, Lacey's cameraman dropped explosive allegations on July 12, 2024. He claimed Darla had been living with ex-boyfriend Bryce Parker for 4 months while telling Lacey they lived together.
She made me lie about everything. She made me lie about the house. She made me lie that she was living in my house while she was living with Bryce.
Video of that revelation rose fast, with the cameraman tearfully saying, "She made me lie about everything." She was dating Bryce the entire time. Apparently she was on contract to use Lucy.
To use Lacey that I didn't know about. She was dating Bryce the entire time for the last 4 months, which I didn't even know about. Lacey's not even able to trust me now, so this is probably the last time. But
the revelation that Darla had been living a double life was perhaps the most shocking of all these scandals. Lacey, known for his positive energy and genuine personality, had been completely blindsided by the news. The pregnancy announcement had been a moment of pure joy for him, and he had been excitedly planning for their future together. To discover that the entire relationship had been a lie was devastating, in a way that went beyond typical cheating scandals. The cameraman's decision to speak out was motivated by guilt and loyalty to Lacey. He had been forced to participate in the deception, filming content that suggested Darla was living with Lacey when she was actually spending most of her time with Bryce. The lies had become increasingly elaborate, with Darla creating fake schedules and stories to explain her absences. The cameraman finally reached his breaking point when he realized the pregnancy might not even be Lacey's. The concept of being on contract to use someone added a particularly cynical element to the scandal. It suggested that Darla's relationship with Lacey was purely transactional, designed to boost her own profile and financial situation. This wasn't just cheating, it was fraud, manipulation, and emotional abuse all rolled into one. The fact that she had been willing to involve an innocent child in her deception made it even more reprehensible to viewers. Lacey took the stage, stunned, and ended the relationship live, cutting ties midstream, visibly shaken. The moment was heart-wrenching to watch. Lacey's usual composure cracked completely as he processed the information in real time. His audience watched as he went through the stages of grief in fast forward, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally a kind of numb acceptance. The chat was filled with hearts and supportive messages as viewers rallied around him. TikToks like "Darla on the beat, so I'm gonna cheat on Lacey" showed her admitting cheating after the fact. These videos were particularly damaging because they showed Darla's callous attitude toward the pain she had caused. Instead of showing remorse, she seemed to be reveling in the attention and drama. Her admission was flippant and dismissive, as if she couldn't understand why people were so upset about her actions. YouTube highlights such as "Darla caught Lacey cheating with another girl and breaks up" turned the scandal into full-blown narrative drama. The irony of the title, suggesting that Lacey was the one who had been unfaithful, highlighted how quickly misinformation could spread in the wake of a scandal. The actual story was much more complex and much more damaging to Darla's reputation than these simplified headlines suggested. Later, TikToks of Lacey taking lie detector tests and confronting Darla went viral, further highlighting her deception and Lacey's heartbreak. The lie detector content was particularly compelling because it provided a kind of scientific validation of what viewers already suspected. Watching Lacey's emotional responses to questions about his relationship with Darla was both fascinating and heartbreaking. The tests revealed the depth of his genuine feelings for her and made her betrayal seem even more cruel. It was an all-hands public meltdown: cheating, contract accusations, live-streamed confrontation, and a tear-streaked breakup, all captured live. The scandal had everything: deception, betrayal, public humiliation, and the involvement of an innocent child. It became a cautionary tale about the dangers of mixing authentic emotion with the performative nature of streaming culture.
Do you have romantic feelings towards me?
Yes.
There's a lot of reaction there that is less than truthful.
Like, I don't know. Exactly.
Aaliyah. A drunken mistake evolves into public humiliation. McKinley. Cheating rumors magnified by executive response. Sam. Broken trust layered with mental health factors. Drea. No visuals, but flight's pain unfolds in real time. Darla. Emotional manipulation gets exposed by those inside. Streaming isn't just about gameplay, it's an emotional battleground. These relationships transform into high-stakes theater, and the audience? It's millions strong. The psychological toll is severe. For streamers, it's public trauma. For those caught cheating, it's lasting harassment. And for viewers, it raises uncomfortable questions about the ethics of watching real-life pain as entertainment. Cheating isn't new, but seeing it happen live changes everything. You watch as confidence crumbles, stories unravel, and voices crack on mic. For the streamers and their partners, there's no off switch. Just pixels and hearts picked apart in public. The digital age has completely transformed. What used to be private heartbreak is now public content, analyzed, judged, and endlessly replayed by millions. In the streaming world, there's no escape. Every mistake, every tear, every betrayal is clipped, screenshotted, and preserved forever. Yet, despite the fame and followers, streamers are still just people navigating the same messy relationships as everyone else. That's what keeps us watching, the undeniable, painfully real human side. Drop your thoughts. Which saga shocked you most? Do you side with the cheated or sympathize with the cheater? And do you think these dramas would be smaller without live streams?